Welcome back to vlog number 4. Today we're going to be going through what some people like to call a pain cave. So obviously I've been doing a lot of indoor training recently with everything going on, and lots of you have messaged me about what trainer I'm using, the setup I'm using, how I'm keeping fit inside. So yeah, we're going to be taking you through my pain cave, which is in the other room, show you what I use to exercise and the setup that I've got. But first of all, I need to clean my bikes because they are dirty from a ride that I did the other day in the trails. So let's get the bikes clean and then I'll take you through my pain cave. Let's do it. All right, let's get it. Right, first things first, what you're gonna need is, I use this stuff, Muck Off Fast Action Bike Cleaner, but I've heard that just soapy water does the best job. I've got this little thing, which I've never used, so I'm gonna give it a go, little Muck Off thing, and then just a little rag to clean it all off. So yeah, 3 little elements. So, my Belgie disc has actually been sitting on the trainer, so it's got no back wheel on, obviously. I suppose I better roll up these sleeves so we don't get dirty. Probably not the best outfit to be cleaning my bike in, but you know what? Clean your bike, but keep it fashion, I guess. We're ready. Get my little sprucey. Oh, this is way overdue a clean. Way overdue. Alright, bike 1, Brucey, has had his clean. Quick little coffee break. Cheers, and then we're going to move on to Kevin. It's my favourite mug. Got this in Japan, Mount Fuji. Cheers. Poor Kev. He's far overdue a clean. That's what it should look like though, because I've been taking him on the trails. What a beast. Love this bike. So I think Kev actually needs a bit of a hose job, so I'm going to move Bruce out the way because he's all clean and sparkling, and then yeah, get the hose on Kev because he needs a proper deep clean. We got the camera wet. Got the lens wet. Oh no. Are we good? Oh, are we good? We're back. Alright, there you go, bike number 2 done. Kevin is clean. I tell you what, these Crossmark 2 tyres are amazing, but they are a pain in the to clean. Alright, mission complete. Both bikes sparkling. I'm now going to take you indoors and we're going to go through my training setup and how I keep fit inside. But first, now the bikes are super clean, let's cut to some nice B-roll. Okay, so welcome to the pain cave. It's a very small room, and Alex and I actually share it with the dogs. We have 2 dogs, and this is where they sleep and kind of mostly hang out. And when we have guests over, we have a put-out bed here, so we're very limited on space. So yeah, we made it work though. We made it work. So let's start with storage. We've got Kev here, hanging out on the stand. He's chilling. He doesn't really go on the turbo trainer. On the turbo trainer, so he just hangs here, and then obviously he gets to have his party time when he's in the trails. So this wardrobe is mostly filled of things like exercise stuff, so cycling gear, running gear, gym stuff, climbing stuff. So all of our kind of exercise stuff is in here, and I've got some of my overflow trainers, which you'll see. Lots of you have been asking about that, so maybe we'll do a little updated trainer collection. And then we have, again, this is kind of like multi-functional room. We've got it as a spare room for friends to stay over and family. We've got it to store the bikes, we've got it for the dogs. And we've also got somewhere where Alexia can kind of sit here in the mornings and get ready. And then we've got a little cool little sign that we put people's names on when they come and stay. And moving on to the best bit, in my opinion. You can see that it's not exactly the best lighting in here, but it is, you'll find out in a minute, it's very deliberate the way I've positioned the bike like this. So let's talk about the setup. I have got the Wahoo KICKR, which is absolutely unbelievable indoor trainer. We've got the mat. Obviously, when you're indoors, you're like you are when you're cycling normally, you're gonna be sweating a lot. So that catches all the sweat and then you can just wipe it clean, which is really good. I've also got the, if you come in closer here, I've also got the Wahoo Headwind fan here. Because it's such a small room, what I had to do was flip this round the other way. So normally this Wahoo stand kind of flips the other way, but it takes up more room off the wall. So I had to flip it round that way so we can kind of fit everything in, which I think works really, really well. Wahoo products are very, very good. I've been loving using these. Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. This is where it all happens really. So this is where I do all of my indoor training, especially now that we're kind of on lockdown. This is honestly a godsend. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm able to kind of stay fit and stay active, and you know, I've obviously been putting on these kind of Zwift rides, these Zwift meetups, which have been going really well. And thank you everyone who has joined for those. We had a really good kind of ride yesterday. It was really fun. It was kind of quite pacey for me anyway. I was convinced that people that joined my meetup were trying to drop me, I'm sure of it. Or they're just a lot fitter than me, could be probably that. Yeah, so we've got Apple TV, which is then connected. We've got a little Zwift app here. So we click here, we've got Alexia's profile on there, we've got my profile on there, and then I've also got this cool little Joby Gorilla Pod here for iPhone. So this is where I have been doing all of my Instagram lives. So it's all kind of connected there, and I can be on here and then it has it right there. So it's really cool. And then also I got the Zwift companion app where actually I can message people that are in the meetups and stuff and people I'm riding with. So it's a really, really cool setup. What else we got? So yeah, obviously this connects to my heart rate monitor. So we've got the Wahoo ticker here, which I use, and then we've got things like, really important guys, you've got to have good tunes when you're riding. Look at this cheeky little guy here. Excuse me. Blue, you know you're not meant to be up there. You're all right for now, Blue. What else we got? We've got a multi-tool, obviously, so when we're changing my bike and Alexia's bike, we'll take the back wheel off and put it on the KICKR. We've got a couple of stickers here, Amalia Rosa, which I picked up, which is a really cool store, a couple of stores in New York City. Shingo's back sticker, like bike packing accessories based out of Australia, I believe. And then this is really cool. This is actually before I got into cycling. So this is from the 2012 Olympics. This is the track cycling keyring that I bought, because that's what really kind of sparked my, I guess, interest, like proper interest in cycling. And then I didn't actually take it up until I think 2018 maybe, but I really, really wanted to and kind of never really got round to it. Silly, I should have definitely started in 2012. But yeah, that's a little memento to remind me how good 2012 was and how much we dominated in the track cycling and cycling overall, really. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think most of our medals came from cycling. What else we got? Oh, yeah, the tunes, that's what I was getting at. We've got the Bose mini sound link here, so we can connect iPad, iPhone for audio and, you know, pump out those good kind of tunes whilst you're suffering on the bike. Also, this is a little memento as well. This is the Atap Loch Ness. This was my number. This is the very first sportive that I entered. So it's a beautiful ride. We were meant to be doing it this year, but it got postponed because obviously the coronavirus. It's an absolutely beautiful ride. It's kind of a closed road all around Loch Ness and kind of climbing up through Fort William, a really amazing climb, kind of really good pinches in it. But that was, yeah, the first sportive that I entered. And it was when I was pretty novice at cycling, and I went out so hot with the round one, like the group one of the ride, and I just literally like gave it everything. Like when I got across the finish line, I was just like, I had nothing left. And yeah, it was a really cool memory. The first one I kind of entered and did, and obviously going from that to all the stuff I've done now and all the stuff I want to continue to achieve. Yeah, it's just a little memento of like, that's where it all started. That was the first thing that I ever entered. We've got the medal here. Little medal here, and there's a few other little medals of like events that Alex and I have done. That's pretty much the setup. If you do have any questions about kind of how this all works, then let me know in the comments below. Obviously I've got like my cycling shoes down there. This is another must actually. For indoor riding, you have to have a fresh towel ready to, yeah, if you're working hard enough, you'll definitely need that. I think that's it. I think that's potentially it. Oh, no. This is not just about cycling. Guys, you have to stretch. You have to be doing some kind of like yoga or stretches with cycling and any exercise that you do. We don't like it, but we have to do it, especially I'm a 31-year-old bloke now. I'm getting a little bit more sore, a little bit less flexible, so you have to work on those kind of things. Yeah, so this, we literally just boom, roll that guy out. Then I've got just one little kettlebell, which I use. So we do things like this, you know, little weighted squats, kettlebell squats. And then we have this guy, which is very important. Obviously your roller. You need that guy. I do it predominantly after riding. Yeah, for a little stretchy rollout session. We've also got a few things up here. We have a clock, which is still on 2019, the right date for 2019. We have my little Tourmalet cycling hat from when we did London. We cycled from London to the Pyrenees. Another little cycling memento, little memory. It was the Col de Tourmalet. We did stage 14 of the Tour de France, which is really cool. So we did the actual route that they did on the tour. Another very hard day in the saddle. Amazing though, such amazing memories, and we bought that the next day just as a little memory really. I forgot probably the most important bit about the indoor training. The reason that I positioned the bike this way is that we do have the Headwind, the Wahoo Headwind. However, this is the best part about it. So it can get extremely hot when you're cycling indoors, and these open right up, so then you can get all that natural air whilst you ride. So with the Headwind, because obviously you're meant to kind of have the Headwind a little bit further ahead of you, but because we're kind of limited on space here, it's just to the side. So the Headwind and the lovely breeze here is amazing. There's nothing like actual fresh air. So yeah, guys, that is the Pain Cave. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. If you do want to find any of the products or anything that I've mentioned in this video, it will all be linked in the description below, and I can kind of give you a proper rundown maybe in the description of, like, you know, all the bits that I use and how it works and stuff like that. But yeah, highly recommend the products I use. They've been great for me. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. A little bit different. Lots of you have requested to kind of, you know, via Instagram and on YouTube comments, like what my indoor setup is, how I keep fit inside whilst we're in this isolation. But also when we're not in isolation, this is such a great tool to actually kind of carry out proper training sessions, kind of monitor training sessions, which I've started with my coach Gus, but more on that in the next videos. Oh,